Our top focus, the second phase of the three-phase assembly elections is underway in Jammu and Kashmir. In fact, the election is being conducted across 26 assembly constituencies in 6 districts, with 3 being in Jammu division and 3 in Kashmir. Let's tell you, security has been tightened in all the 6 districts as several terror-struck areas like Rajouri, Riyasi and Poonch are also voting. Now, this phase holds significance also because of the heavyweights who are in fray today. These include Umar Abdullah from Gandarbal and Budgam seats, Jammu and Kashmir Congress President Tariq Hamid Kara from a seat in Srinagar. But let's also tell you, meanwhile, the Jammu and Kashmir BJP chief Ravinder Raina is seeking re-election from Nowshera, and Altaf Bukhari of the Apni party, who's also, remember, the wealthiest candidate, is contesting from the Chanapura seat in Srinagar. Now, these are the first time assembly elections are being conducted, remember, in a span of 10 years, and also the first time after the abrogation of Article 370. Now, the concluding phase will be held on 1st October, and the vote counting is set to take place on 8th of October.
What is the relevance of this particular election for you?
There are many significances of this assembly polls in Jammu and Kashmir. The way our Honorable Prime Minister Modi Sahab and Honorable Home Minister Amit Shah Sahab has did commendable works in Jammu and Kashmir. It is the efforts of Modi government that brought peace, prosperity, brotherhood and massive development across Jammu and Kashmir. People have shown the huge, big interest in this democratic process. The most important thing is normalcy. Otherwise, earlier, it would not have been possible for we people on LOC areas to have such kind of enthusiasm in such democratic process. But today, it is because of the hard work of Honorable Prime Minister Modi Sahab that here we are witnessing peace and normalcy.
इलेक्शन स्मूथली हो जाएगा, सब अच्छा होगा. मोदी सरकार में तो सब कुछ अच्छा होता है, तो ऐसा है कि लोग भी निकलेंगे, लोग भी वोट करेंगे और यहाँ भारतीय जनता पार्टी को कामयाबी करेंगे.
What is it essentially looking like on ground zero? My colleague Yavar joins me live. In fact, he's reporting from Budgam is what I'm given to understand. Yavar, very good morning. Clearly, you have been reporting since morning. Let's quickly talk about the fact that essentially with citizens coming out and casting their mandate today, what has that turnout since morning been like? And more importantly, what are the pressing concerns the citizens in the area are facing, which they would like to make a difference with by casting their vote today?
Well, exactly, Amit. The tight security cover, the polling has begun, and right now we are in the Budgam. Now, the key issues since the morning, we spoke to many of the first-time voters, the elderly voters. They said that the main issue is the developmental work, the betterment in the infrastructure, so as the guarantee of the employment. You can see that the long queues are here in the Budgam, where the first-time voters, the elderly voters, they have started arriving here. We will have a word with few of them. किन मुद्दों को लेकर आप वोट डालें?
देखिए, यहाँ पे बहुत ज़्यादा इशू हैं, डेवलपमेंट हैं, बेरोजगारी हैं, यहाँ पे यूटी का इशू है, वो भी एक इशू है बाजारी खुद, तो इसलिए बहुत सारे इशू हैं, डेवलपमेंट के लिहाज से भी हैं. तो पिछले कुछ
एक वोट कितना जरूरी है?
वोट बहुत ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है, डेमोक्रेटिक सेटअप के लिए बहुत ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है. इसी से ही सारे मसले हल हो सकते हैं.
So this was one voice that we heard from the Budgam, that the vote is important. We will try to have a word with one of the another youth. Let's have a word with him. Sir, आपसे भी जानना चाहेंगे कि क्या कितनी अहमियत है एक वोट की?
आप खुद भी जानते हो कि पिछले 10 सालों से कितनी मुश्किलात हो गए यहाँ के लोगों को, तो ये बहुत ज़रूरी है कि अपना जो नुमाइंदा हो, लोकल नुमाइंदा हो, जिसके पास वो जा सके, क्योंकि एक आम इंसान इस वक्त जो गवर्नर आज चला है, उस बेचारे को पता ही नहीं होगा कि कहाँ जाना है, अपॉइंटमेंट कैसे लेनी है. तो अगर वो अपना जो वोट के जरिए अपना नुमाइंदा चुन सके, तो उससे बेहतर उसको कुछ और नहीं है, क्योंकि वो उसके पास आराम से जा सकता है, उसको अपनी मुश्किलात बता सकता है.
So the youth has to say that a local representative is the need of an hour, because there are a lot of the things, lot of the problems that can be addressed through the local representative, and everybody doesn't have an access to the LG's office, to the LG secretary. That's why this is a bridge between the government and the public. A local representative can do that. Besides that, there has been the bastion of the national conference, that's in the Gandarbal. Umar is contesting on the two key seats, that's in the Budgam, so as in the Gandarbal, and also in the fray is the national conference top leaders from the other areas. But remember that the Apni party has also fielded its chairman from the Chanapura constituency. The JKPCC chief is contesting from the central Shaltain, that's in the Srinagar. So interesting to see that what will be the outcome, because Omar is contesting from the DO seats in the Kashmir Valley. Back to you.
Yeah, but in fact, as you point that out as to how this is going to be a very interesting contest as well, we're in fact playing the graphics of the same as far as this particular seat is concerned. But overall, you know, run up to these particular elections, and you've been on the ground reporting as well right ahead of this. How do you see it politically pan out, especially with the fact that this is first election after the abrogation of Article 370?
Well, exactly. This election is not the similar which has been in the 2014. That time it was a state, and now this is a union territory. A lot of the things have been made on the grounds in terms of the law, in terms of the amendments that have been made after the J&K Reorganization Act has been placed in. There has been the many aspects that have been put in place. In the Lok Sabha poll, we saw that the Omar Abdullah was contesting, the Mehbooba Mufti was contesting. But today, Omar Abdullah is contesting on the two seats, while as the Mehbooba Mufti, Ghulam Nabi Azad, and also the Farooq Abdullah is not contesting. So similar to mention is that this is not a same election that has been witnessed in the past as well. Since many of the changes have been made, but the political grounds is gaining up a pace. 61% in the past first phase is what gives a positive message to the world, to the all across. In fact, the Prime Minister has also hailed that particular percentage. And today, this voter turnout is going to be impressive in all the moves, because this time the young generation is on the ballot. They are going to cast the vote. They are going to exercise their franchisee. So this is the thing that has been changed all across after the long gap of 10 years, because this election is going to be held after one long decade pause. Back to you.
Right, Yavar. Thank you very much for joining us with that citizen voice as well, and also telling us, politically speaking, what we should look out for in the phase 2 of these polls. Having said that, we leave it at that for the moment, but we continue to track this. So let's also tell you, as far as my other colleagues are concerned, including Sahil and Akanksha, have reported on this. Let's take a look.
Seen on ground is that people are coming out and casting their votes. This is the long queue that's outside a polling station here in Budgam. Today, the voting for second phase is underway in Jammu and Kashmir. 3 districts in Kashmir are going to polls, which is Srinagar, Gandarbal and Budgam district. Right now we're in Budgam district, and this is the scene outside a polling station in Budgam. People are coming out and casting their votes. This had in fact started at 7 a.m. in the morning. Around 25,78,000 voters are going to decide the fate of 239 in fact candidates. We'll also speak to in fact voters here and try to in fact see what they have and what sort of concerns they have. आज आप वोट कर रहे हैं तो क्या मुद्दे हैं जिनको लेकर आप वोट करेंगे?
बेरोजगारी है, यहाँ महंगाई है, बिजली नहीं है, इसलिए वोट डाल रहे हैं।
और है नहीं, महंगाई कोई कार नहीं, कोई कारोबार नहीं।
हालात में आपको लगता है बेहतरी आई है, अब वो डर नहीं है कि वोटर जो है बाहर?
बेहतरी आई मगर बेरोजगारी है ना, काम नहीं मिल रहा है।
This is going to be a historic election 10 years after the last elections and 5 years after the abrogation of Article 3. P70. I'm currently in Nowshera, as you also mentioned. The candidate of BJP from here, Ravinder Raina, who's also the BJP president from Jammu and Kashmir, is currently offering prayer. And this is where he's going to arrive in just some time to cast his vote. And before that, you can see that voters have already started lining up here to cast their vote. 11 constituencies from Jammu division and several candidates will in fact be in fray for this crucial phase. Let me go across and speak to few voters here. नौशहरा में क्या लोकल मुद्दे, अगर आप विदाउट कैंडिडेट का नाम लिए बता सकते हैं?
हमारे यहाँ है कि पहले भी बहुत सारे ऐसे काम जो 70 साल से रुके हुए थे वो हुए. हम चाहते हैं कि उससे भी जो आगे हमारी सरकार आए, हमारे जो रुके हुए काम हैं वो भी अच्छी तरह से हो. हमें एक अच्छी जो है विकास वाली जो सरकार है, जो हमारा विकास करे, हमारे आने वाले फ्यूचर के जो हमारे बच्चे उनके बारे में सोचे.
अच्छा होना चाहिए हर नौकरी बाकरी के लिए, हर चीज के लिए.
हमें उम्मीद है कि लोग अपने ज़मीर की आवाज़ पर सेंट्रल कश्मीर में वोट डालेंगे. मेरी सिटी के लोगों से खासतौर से गुजारिश है कि जब आज आप वोट निकलने डाल ही रहे हैं, सिटी कश्मीर का दिल है, अपने ज़मीर की आवाज़ पर वोट डालें. किसी दवा में आकर वोट मत डालें. आपको जो लगता है सबसे अच्छा है, जो आपके जज्बात की तर्जुमानी करें, आपके डे टू डे इशूज़ के लिए बोले, आप उनको वोट दें. और मुझे उम्मीद है कि इंशाल्लाह अवामी इत्तेहाद पार्टी का जो सैलाब आया है इस इलेक्शन में, वो इंशाल्लाह श्रीनगर और बडगाम से भी हमें अवामी इत्तेहाद पार्टी को कामयाबी से हमकदार करेगा. लगता है शायद 60% से थोड़ा कम रहे, लेकिन अच्छी परसेंटेज रहेगी. और वो परसेंटेज मोदी जी के लिए नहीं, उमर साहब के लिए नहीं, बल्कि वो परसेंटेज कश्मीरी लोग एक अल्टरनेट सियासी क़यादत को उभरने के लिए डाल देंगे.
Now, amid the crucial polls in the Union Territory, this is also the first time that the central government is bringing nearly 20 foreign diplomats as election observers. Now, these dignitaries represent the United States, the European Union, China, Russia, Australia, among other nations. In fact, the move is being seen as an aim to showcase the peaceful election process in Jammu and Kashmir. Now, the one-day visit is also the third visit by foreign envoys to Jammu and Kashmir since the revocation of its special status. All right, that's the latest that we are given to understand as far as this move by the centre. Let's tell you, these are, of course, bringing together nearly 20 foreign diplomats as election observers. This is the first time, in fact, that the central government has done so, is what we're given to understand. Let's also break that down for you, essentially, with the 20 countries as well. These dignitaries represent United States, European Union, China, Russia, Australia, among other nations. Yawar, my colleague, will help us draw more perspective on that. Yawar, good morning. Clearly, as you break that down for us in terms of this particular move, it's also being seen as an aim to showcase the peaceful election process in J&K?
This is a significant development that's taking place when it comes to the Union Territory polls. Now, a group of diplomats for a mission, including the United States, European Union, Russia, and Australia, will arrive Srinagar just shortly from now to resume the voting in the second phase of the Jammu Kashmir Assembly. The 20-member delegation includes 4 representatives from the Ministry of External Affairs as well. So, considerably, this is the big move that has came in from the center to showcase the enthusiasm among the people when it comes to the polls. So, talking about the aspect that has been seen all across, after the Lok Sabha polls, there has been the massive change on the ground that have been witnessed. Since the morning, we are on the ground zero, and this is the massive participation of the senior voters, mostly from the first-time voters. So, this is a change that the Prime Minister, that the Home Minister was talking after the abrogation of Article 370, Matthew.
Right, Yawar. Thank you very much for getting us more details as far as how the centre has brought in foreign observers for the polls. But for now, we leave it at that.